Good evening, everybody. We are back again. What is tonight? It is Tuesday. Holy crap, Tuesday. I think it was on a Tuesday. And we are back. We're going to be doing some Riftbreaker. I'm looking at my microphone setting because it seems like the level's a little low. But no, I guess it's doing alright. Might be a little quiet tonight for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm whispering. Or we'll move it a little closer. But we're going to be doing some... We're going to try out some towers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into sandbox mode. Go to survival. Then we're going to go to survival. And now I'm going to go to custom. And let's see here. So I'm going to leave some of this stuff alone. Research costs, there's no research costs, building costs, we'll leave. You know what, let's take the building cost down to like 1%. Let's turn the building multiplier off. So essentially now it costs nothing to build buildings and they will build in no time at all. Alright, let's see here. So we're going to do scroll timeout. Let's see. No, we're not changing any of that. Normal waves, blah, 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 blah. And we want on a normal map. We'll do the default map. I'm going to set this up to 2 hours. 7 minutes on the wave. Sandbox control panel is on. Here we go. Sandbox. Alright. So now sandbox mode should allow us to just build, try things out. No bad guys. You know, nobody will attack us. Essentially what sandbox does in Riftbreaker is it sets it so that there's still stuff generates on the map, but none of it attacks. If you attack it, then it will attack you back, but normally nothing will attack you. So we're going to do that. Let's just double check. Sandbox on. We'll confirm. We're going to do standard tropical zone because we can build whatever we want there. Custom, go. All right. All right. So first things first.
Sensors online, weapons activated. We're ready to go.
Let's find us a spot. Oh man, it's just like right on the edge of the map. Some carbonium, ironium, thermal vent. Ridge. We're gonna need power. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will drop. We'll drop that there, doesn't really matter what we do. Let's go up here and look around a little bit. Stuff here, because we're gonna try out towers. So we're going to need bad guys. Alright, so let's see here. What do we got? So first things first is we're going to build... You know what? Let's just go back up here. Save ourselves some time. We are just going to do this. We're going to unlock everything. And then we're going to say unlimited money. And we'll say confirm. Alright, so let's, yep, there we go. Everything is unlocked. Good, 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 good. That's what you like to see right there. Wow, mini drilling repellent drone hub. Huh. Never seen that. Seismic, the building is very precise equipment that collects data for large-scale geological surveys. Alright, so we're going to need some power. What is that, thermal vent? So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, should have made it level 3. So we'll take it all the way up to 3. Let's do some of these. So that's giving us 1,500. I bet you if I try... Oh yeah, money doesn't change. That's nice. Because I set it to a limited. That's right. Alright, so let's build some walls. Wow, let's see, what do we got here? We got level 3 walls. Crystal walls, a defense wall made from synthesized crystals found in the depths of Galaton Cavern network. When destroyed, the wall will shatter, and its shards will damage the nearby enemy. So let's see. Does it tell me? Does not tell me. I thought that was that. No. Can never remember what the key is for that. Let's see. So these are just gates, right? Energy gate. Energy gate. Oh, does that just take me? Okay. I apparently managed to click the wrong thing. So vine walls will regrow when destroyed. So if they're completely destroyed, they will not regenerate. But if they're damaged, they'll self-heal. Energy walls. Energy an advanced form wall, instead of relying on solid strikes, the versatile use its high-power laser beams to form a barrier. Coming into contact with the structure may be harmful, so they do 60 damage. These does not specify. 15 damage. So let's look. I want to see something here. Level 2, level 1. Let's do level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Level 1. Level 2. 3. Oh, they take up a little space, huh? 2. 3. Alright, so let's see here. What I want to see is... So now I should be able to go over these and I can say, okay, 1,400, 700, 350. So each wall level, the normal level, doubles. It's basically its health. So 1,400 is max. Now the crystal walls, 200, 400, 800. So same thing, doubles up and explodes upon impact, or explodes when destroyed. Where these don't, but it has almost twice as much health. Laser walls do damage when touched. It's minimal damage though. 350, 700, 1,400. So it is the same as the big wall, but has a power requirement, doesn't it? Or is it no? Doesn't specify that it has a power requirement. Vine walls are 400, 800, 1600. So the vine walls have more health than any of the other walls. They regenerate if damaged, but will not if destroyed. So, and then it comes down to cost, right? What does it cost to build these? So it's 136 for that one. So these are, the big ones are 136, 114. 136, 114. 136, 136, 114. So it looks like they're essentially all the same. All right, let's get our armory out here. Armory 2, 3, 4, 5. You can only have one. We're gonna upgrade our that. Let's get a couple of comm hubs going. Well, actually we don't need a comm hub because we have everything is unlocked. Orbital scanner, we don't need. Laboratory, we don't need. Cryo research station, don't need any of that. Roof stabilizers, nope, don't need any of that. Is that interesting? Okay. Alright, what else do we need to build? We need... So we have our armory. What else do we need? We need tower ammo. Let's do 3 of those. We'll do... Let's not do that. We're going to do ammo storage.
You can't construct any more of these buildings.
Why not? Because of our building limit? And it's still limiting me to 2. No, still limiting me to 2 because of the headquarters. Alright, can we make any sort of weapons? Oh, is it not going to let me? Huh. Maybe we do have to have that communications hub, even though... Yeah, let's go ahead and put up a communications hub. We'll do max level. Okay. Can I still not build these? I'm still limited to 2. Huh. Interesting. Alright, we have... Of course, they're not making any bullets. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Won't let us build anything now? That won't let me even... No, well, it's selecting them, just not happily selecting them. Interesting. So even though everything is unlocked, nothing is unlocked. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Finish all research. Oh, I love mini map teleport and click. That would be so much fun. Okay, let's see.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Alright, so now it's making stuff.
Research completed.
Oh my god, it's gonna make me close all. I'm for sure it's gonna make me click through everything. Thank God somebody put a close all button in there. Oh man, that would have been rough. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now we can make any weapons we want, anywhere we want, anything we want. Okay. So let's go ahead and put up. Let's see what's in here. +3, a red minigun with plus. Oh my god, it's really stepped on you. Get out of the way. That's so. So level 3 of the vine wall has the most health. $343. They all say the same thing, right? So let's just do normal walls like we normally would. Sure. You know, in all likelihood, they would not be level 3. Ugh, I knew that was gonna happen. I guess where that spot was pretty good. Alright, let's do that. Oops, went a little crazy there. Get this wall built. Okay. How are we doing? Is it get most of the bullets made? Getting there. Alright. Oh yeah, it gave me max grenades, max mines. Alright, let's see here. So let's go ahead and get some gear. I can still craft any of this stuff. I don't know why. Yeah, it looks like it will let me. So let's see. So we wanted to look at... Well, let's just get some basic weapons here first. We'll do some attack gear.
Crafting completed.
Because I don't really know what I'm going to run into. Purely by accident, of course. Let's see. See, now defensive gear. Force fields. Let's go ahead and do...
Crafting completed.
Gathering tools. Where is... So I do, a lot of times I do maintenance tools versus repair tools.
Crafting completed.
And let's do one more. So we did attack gear, let's do... What's the other one? Offensive equipment. Alright, it's just weird because I wasn't keeping it selected. And we're going to put it right there. Alright, so weapon time. Let's do... Flame blades. Equip. We don't really need that. Ah. Go back. Don't really need the sword. I think it disassembled that minigun too, didn't it? Yeah. Even though I didn't have it selected, it went ahead and said, you don't need that, do ya? Alright, so... Flame blade. Let's make another one of those.
Crafting completed.
Okay, and see, what else do we want? We need something. So I'm going to do tridents, because I like tridents.
Crafting completed.
Tridents give me physical damage.
Crafting completed.
So we got flame guns, flame sword, trident. These do fire damage. These do physical damage. And then we're gonna do, let's see. Do you think we need something? These were useless. I remember trying these bouncing blades. Did see somewhere today somebody said burst rifle with like damage reducer, or not damage reducer, cost reducer, and like tracking or something. But I'm gonna do not corrosive gun. Acid spewer. So let's do an acid spewer.
Crafting completed.
Put it over here. Yeah. On the, what else do we want? We want an acid spewer, and then we'll do... I was thinking about these high caliber rifles. think I need something that will do more of an energy type damage. Railguns do that. Oh, maybe it was a repeater rifle that somebody had talked about. Root guns are okay. Shard guns, maybe a repeater rifle is interesting. I need something energy wise. 9 to 15 a second. Railgun is basically 1 a second. Does up to 4,400 damage, but it's got like massive amounts of piercing. So I'm thinking, let's do this plasma gun. We'll try the plasma gun.
Completed.
Plasma. Okay. Okay. Just got a Steam achievement for something. Alright, so let's see, what do we get down here? Mortar Sentry. Never seen that one before. So let's equip that. A nuclear mine. Let's see, what do we got here? Sentry gun. Oh, it's gonna make me make everything, huh? Flame wave, orbitals. Let's do tornado.
Crafting completed.
Antimatter ball, nope. Let's do a flame wave. Or actually, you know what? Let's do orbital laser. I wonder where orbital bombardment is. Time warp. Offensive, no. Orbital laser. No orbital bombardment, huh? Let's do flame wave. Then.
Crafting completed.
We'll add that right there. Okay, so there we go. We got all that stuff. Movement skills. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't give you everything. It unlocks everything, but doesn't give you everything. Interesting. Because this should be should have more stuff on that list. Alright, doesn't matter.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Oh, wait. There it goes, finally. It's like nothing was attacking, nothing was swinging. Oh, a little flame wave every time. That's ridiculous. Okay, so let's see here. So our standard setup, what we were going to do was, so we'll do radar tower. Then we're going to do sentinel tower. Level 3 if we get to it. So we'll do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, do we need more? I'm gonna need more power, right? Worry about building stuff out of that. So here's our 5 towers, right? Or 10 towers. And let's see here. That can handle 16, that can handle 8. So you need, if you did 20 of these, if you had 20 guns, you're looking at 3 towers. Or three level 2 AI hubs. Level 1 AI hub, you need 5. And for the big one, you only need 2. Well, you need 1. Okay. So let's go poke something out here. See if we can get it to follow us. Okay, interesting. You know what I'm gonna have to do? We're gonna have to unequip the offensive gear. So let's see here. Let's get us a big mob here. Let's get, I don't want a Cancera. Well, you know what? Let's do one. So he's coming from up there. I think I got too many in there. Oops. Alright, there's that. Now what about... There it is. Okay. So those are useless against Canceros.
Ironium storage is full. Build
What
more
was wrong?
storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage
So the railgun
facilities.
did something, but didn't do very much. Let's try again. Another Canceroth. Or yeah, Canceroth. I don't know what that is. Alright, where's he coming from? Same place. Okay, so let's build... Let's do laser tower. Minigun tower. And let's do else are we looking for? Portal bomb. And I'm looking for an acid spitter. So what do we have here? We have a portal bomb, acid spitter, minigun, laser tower. And I am unimpressed with any of their damage. Let me try a plasma tower. So let's get rid of those three things. And then we'll put in, you know what, I better make sure. Get it started first on the way here. Alright, so, nope, see, that's what I figured. So let's go ahead, shotgun tower. Let's do acid spitter. We'll do artillery. Let's do, what is this? What's the minigun? We tried that. Plasma. Resisting the acid. So resisted the acid. Oh my god, does it not let me? There. Just couldn't get on top of it for some reason. Alright, so far resisted the acid. Shotgun didn't do anything for me. Artillery and a plasma gun dead. Let's go ahead and let's try that out again. Let's pop another cancer off. Plasma tower, artillery. So let's do plasma tower, no. Let's do 2 plasma towers. Oh, I did it again.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Where is... So they're not immune to energy. Yeah, not immune to energy. Okay. What else have we got? Plasma towers did not do much. Energy damage 25, 22 for a second. The shockwave tower would do us any good here. The Gatling laser gun, but there's no way I would ever get to that level. Power rod tower. No, that would probably stay level 1. And probably the highest artillery I would get would be 2. I don't know what that means. Loot container respawns. Usually means there's a boss or something out there, I think. Oh, it's shooting. That's hilarious. It's shooting stuff off the way up off the map. Flame tower's no good. I just don't think the Sentinel towers are gonna do it. Let's put a couple more here just in case. Alright, let's do... Oops. So it's resisting the physical attack. So resisted the physical attack. All right, let's do another one. Let's pop up another Cancer Off here. See where this one. So this one's back up here. So there's a shockwave tower in there, I think. Right? Those plasma towers are too high. So there's a shockwave tower. A couple of sentinel guns.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Oops. That's all plasma and laser right there. Doing all that. What is this out here that's flashing? Give me a red sword. Alright, so let's see, what about something different? Let's try one. Let's see what these look like. So what's coming from down here? I can't remember what these things are. This is more than likely to kill it. They must have killed it. What was that? I don't even know because it died. It never even got over here. So let's try a Florian. Oh, it's going to be from over here. Get out of my way, bush. Or mushroom. Alright, so let's see. We're going to put on a couple of level 2s. There's 4. Artillery, level 2. Then we'll do a level 2 plasma tower. They're basically susceptible to everything. Let's try again. Let's see, what do we got? That was a Florian. Let's do a boss fire. What do we got? Acid speeder and some plasma. The likelihood of me getting to a level 3 plasma tower.
Titanium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Alright, let's keep. Alright, let's make. See, let's do a Backsmoth boss. So now this is a range unit. So we need artillery. Put down 2 of those. I think we're gonna do level 1 of those.
Ironium storage is full.
Level
Build
1 of
more storage
those.
facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
So those are shooting off.
Base is under attack.
Their artillery was doing more than these guys were just protecting against the. Ah, interesting. The hell's a boomagon? A bombamo gun? You see, normally what we would do is we would do, say, another spitter here, and then 1 or 2 of those. Maybe a laser tower. They killed it before it even got over here? What's this? Let's see what this is. Oh. Let's go see what that is.
Too close to another portal.
Still have everything down here? Yeah. Oh, no, we don't. The hell was that? We'll have to go out and see what the hell that was now. Was that my boss? That was the boss. Crawl log ultra. And let's do a that? That's all I had in him? He's not resistant to anything. Well, the plasma rifle just punched right through him, or the railgun
Titanium storage is full. Build
punched
more storage
right through him. Drexolian Ultra, huh? Let's try a Fungor Ultra. So I think the Ultras are just your normal trash mobs. Magamoth Boss Fire.
facilities.
That's like a Madroner. Oh, he's resistant to splash damage. Oh, there's
Base is
another.
under attack. Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Carbonium storage is full.
What are
Build
you?
more storage facilities.
Is that a Generat? Huh. Lesbian, I don't even know what that is. Mushbit Ultra? What does a Mushbit Ultra look like? A droner. Is that the one we just saw? I think it's hauling the butt. Oh, he destroyed all those towers. What was that? That was one of those. Relax. Shgrets. Wingmite. I wonder if that's the ones from Metallic Valley. Stregosaurus. What do we got up here? Sentinel towers. Plasma tower. Artillery. I feel like we're gonna need double artillery. And he done. He didn't last very long. Alright, what are these? Dummy damage sponge? Alien Tower Plasma Elite. What is this totally random elite? What is that? There it is. Yep.
Palladium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Interesting. That one was interesting. Totally random. That's what it said. Totally random elite. So these are all environmental. What is a dummy damage sponge?
Storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Okay. That was interesting. Just basically activated the artillery. Nothing else cared. So these are units. These are species. What is a spawner octobit elite? What is that? Or just... okay. So that's what the spawner stuff is. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm on the menu for. So the spawner stuff... it's just that. Hammer Sarath, let's do that one.
Titanium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
What was that? I can never remember what I just spawned. It's so ridiculous. No cancer off. Ugh. It was a Generat, wasn't it? Florian Elite, Drixolian Elite. Let's try a Drixolian Elite. Or is that the one we just did? Oh no, it's the tree guy.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. We should
Yeah,
construct
there he
more
is.
storage buildings.
So it looks like you can get away. Therian. Put a Mergalax in there too. Because it really seems like you can get away with like... Oh my god, why is this stuff not going away? So he's out here throwing stuff at me. Did they get him? Oh, there he is.
Base is under attack.
The other thing never got here. See, there lies the problem. The only range you have is right here, right? But the problem is the other ranges like these rocket towers, which are not any good. Minigun towers, 34. Normal these is 34.
Palladium storage is full. Build
34,
more storage facilities.
25. 32, oh wait,
Uranium storage
35,
is full. Build more storage
34.
facilities.
33, 25, these are basically right at the wall. You have to have something that reaches out further. Whether it's artillery or... Yeah, it doesn't have to be artillery or like portal bombs or an ECM. So what is the artillery range for level 2? Level 2 is 80 to 60. Portal bombs 80 to 60, or 5 to 60, so they can shoot a little closer. Power rods 120, so it's twice the range of artillery. So you definitely want some sort of power rod tower.
Titanium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Does that thing even need resin, plasma, or resin? Keeps Almost everything is shield. Huh. So what do you need? You gotta have something. Something that will get out there and touch whatever it is. So it's definitely gotta be like a power rod tower. Or an ECM. The HCM. But the HCM
Ironium storage is full.
is
Build more
expensive.
storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full.
Attack
Build
drones
more
can't get up there very
storage facilities.
far.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
So it has to be let's do I think a Magmoth was that dude. It looks like a Mudroner but isn't. Nerillion. Let's do that one. So we got Acid Spitter, Sentinel Tower, Plasma Tower. Okay. It came over. Everything said hi. And said smackety smack smack. Take that to a level 2. Let's see. Let's do can we just do $90? A lot. Go. Let's see what happens there. Artillery's firing. That's something.
Base is under attack.
Whatever it was, I never got over here to see. These guys, huh? Let's see. So yeah, those were the little guys. It's arachnoids, the little guys. Free.
Palladium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Base is under attack. Uranium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
So this is holding its own. Plasma towers, laser cannons. What do we got here? We got acid spitter, laser tower, plasma tower. And a couple of sentinel towers. And then here we had a railgun, laser, sentinel. Oh, they took the acid spitter out, huh?
Titanium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Let's get away from there. Alright. So. I am thinking for... Alright, so let's start this. Well, stupid camera's locked up. See if it comes back on. Nope. There it is. Something like that. Okay. Now let's see.
Ironium storage is full.
Let's talk.
Build more storage facilities.
Cobalt
Or,
storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Carbonium
I
storage
think
is full.
what you would
Build
need to
more
do,
storage
right?
facilities.
So the ideal defense is a layer defense, right? So that's what you're talking about. You're talking about like, because you have things that are at multiple ranges from you. So you would need something like, sentinel towers or acid spitters as your front line, right? So you need something for up close, whether it's that or it's sentinel towers or something like acid spitters. I probably wouldn't do flame towers because they just don't, they're just not, doesn't seem to work for most people. Doesn't work for me. I don't think it's really going to work for much of anybody. All right. So you need something like this. These are your front row guys. These are you guys that are going to be just laying out, killing all the little stuff that's going to come up. Then you need something to back them up, right? Because these, like sentinel towers, are all physical damage. They don't shoot ammo, but they do require energy, and they do physical damage. Now, your acid spitter tower requires very minimal energy, but does have a resource requirement of liquid. So it has liquid ammo and does acid damage, right? So if you have, depending on your map, if you have terrible, if your power is very limited, right, you might want to do acid spitters just strictly for the fact that they have very little energy damage and are very low energy requirements, and their damage from their pools stack. On the maps where energy is not that big of a concern, but you have problems with no energy issues, and you're on stuff that seems to be resistant to acid, sentinel towers. Sentinel towers are easy and quick research, and I think they do hold their own. They just have a high energy requirement. Now for your next line of defense, right? So these guys are going to get you out to a range of 34.
Palladium storage.
So now what happens if something comes in that is resistant to that? Is there anything that's going to hit it?
Uranium storage is full.
Well, you got to
Build
put
more
something
storage
behind
facilities.
these guys that's going to help them hit it. So you have a choice here. We can either do early research type stuff, which if you're doing survival, that's the direction you're going to go. And you can do, say, plasma towers, because they're quick research. They have the same range, but they do energy damage versus physical damage. You can also do laser towers. Unfortunately, both these have high energy requirements, right? So you're looking at an energy requirement for a 35 for your plasma tower and 50 for your laser tower. The trade-off, of course, is damage. The energy or the laser tower tends to do more damage because it ramps over time than the plasma towers. Now, if you have the research, you can bump on up into a, like, say, a railgun or a...
Build more storage facilities.
Let's see, what else does it? You know, you could do a railgun. Because railguns have high energy, they have a low fire rate, which is their big problem, is their low fire rate. But they do a lot of damage to a lot of enemies in a line, right? This thing pierces 32 targets, which is a lot. Lasers will only pierce 5. And depending on the enemy, it may not pierce. Like if it's a boss, it may not pierce it at all. So you're not going to get any collateral out of it. Shotgun towers, some people like them. I don't think they're worth the effort. You know, it's just their range is 25, and you know everything's in a cone.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Now, if you were
Carbonium
at
storage is full.
some point
We
where
should
you could
construct
get
more
to
storage
like,
buildings.
I mean, I don't know what kind of survival runs you're doing. Oops. But you could, in theory, say you got up to a, there we go. You know, you got into a minigun tower. They don't do a lot of damage, but they have a stupid high fire rate, right? And they do physical damage. So, you know, you could do one of those. But I think for your backup to your main guns, you're going to want to do something like a plasma gun, something that's a different type of damage versus the guns you're in your front line. Usually something energy, because if it's coming at you, it may be resistant to physical or acid, but it's not going to be resistant to energy. But if it's resistant to energy, then the frontline guns should be able to tag it. Now, so that gets us in, and I probably would not build a lot of these. You know, the you know, maybe a couple plasma towers, or a couple laser towers. It depends on what your energy output looks like. If you have good energy output, you know, then you can do rail guns or lasers. The problem with them is they have high energy demands. I mean, we're looking at 50. If you get up into the biggest one, it's 100. You know, I don't think in a survival type game you're not going to get that far. You know, if you're doing the campaign, yeah, you might get that far. So that's your second line defense. Now your third line defense is your stuff that has range, right? So we got to get out there and get some range. Now behind these towers, you know, you're going to want to put at least a couple of repair towers, because a repair tower can repair the guns in the wall, but it can't repair itself. But it can repair another repair tower. So you do them in pairs so that they can repair each other, and you spread them out so you get more coverage, right? So your coverage looks like, you know, I want to get this one over here so that I have that repair tower in my range. But I'm not trying to repair the exact same stuff that it's repairing. Some people like to stack the repair towers, you know, right next to each other.
Blading storage is
I'm
full.
not.
Build more storage facilities.
I don't like to do that. I like to at least keep them spread out at least a little bit.
Uranium storage is full. Build
Now,
more storage facilities.
additionally, you want to make sure you're also doing radar, because radar opens up the map and things will not respawn under radar. Radar also has the side effect that it increases the range of your artillery, right? So your third line of defense here, your third set of guns, is artillery. Now that can be artillery towers, which have a range of 60. They're cheap and easy to research, so I usually like them. I usually like them in pairs, not right next to each other, but in pairs enough where they can cover each other, and you can see their range on the map, on the mini map. So if you look at the mini map here, let me bring it back up, and you'll see a white circle appear around my thing here.
Titanium storage is full.
That
Build more
is the
storage
range
facilities.
of the artillery tower. Right, it's 60 units of whatever, I'm assuming meters, but that is the range of the artillery tower. So I usually do a couple of those in the backside as my tickle them a little bit before they get in, before they get close. You can also do things, if you're so inclined, you can do portal bomb towers. Portal bombs, there's no lag time on the fire. So the problem with artillery is artillery arches. It arcs to the target, right? And so when it
Iranian
fires,
storage
a
is full.
fast-moving
Build
target
more
is going to be
storage
moved
Cobalt
out from
storage
underneath
is
the
full.
artillery.
Build more
It may
storage
catch some of the
facilities.
splash damage, but in all likelihood, it's going to be out of the
Storage is
range.
full. Build more storage facilities.
So portal bombs, on the other hand, will open up a literal portal to where the thing is, shove the bomb in it, and the thing explodes on their head. So portal bombs can be a good choice. Now they do explosive damage and physical damage, just like artillery, which some mobs are going to, of course, be resistant to. Artillery also does area damage. So that's something you have to be aware of, is it's the damage that they're doing is essentially the same. And you may end up into a mob that's resistant of it. So then you have to have an alternative, right? And usually after you do, you know, say a portal bomb, after you do a portal bomb, you want to do something else. If you have the time, the next thing you're going to do is going to be, typically it's going to be either power rod or HCMs, because they have the most range. It's twice the range of artillery, right? It's 120. And if you look at the map, the white ring, these things can reach out quite a ways, and you don't need a lot of them because they have high energy cost and they have high ammo cost, and their rate of fire is not super high. Power rod towers I like because they come in, they hit the ground, they explode, and then they do pulse damage on top of that, right? Like 3 or 4 times. HCM towers just explode and do fire damage. These two have the problem of the same as normal artillery. They arc, and that arc is where you're going to run into trouble because the mob may have moved. That HCM may come in and land and explode, and there's nothing there for it to explode on. You will see that with the power rods, right? It comes in, it slams down, and you've already killed everything because you went out to meet it and you killed it,
Palladium
and then here
storage
comes
is
this
full.
power up,
Build more storage
and it's a
facilities.
complete waste of ammunition. On big targets or on targets you can stall, they work well, but it's definitely not your primary set of defense. So in that case, you're going to do like one power rod tower for basically most of your base, right? Depending on the size of your base, that's going to be your thing is going to be a power rod tower. You're going to have one power rod tower. You may have two. They're expensive as well to build, so you're going to have one, maybe two. Normally, and I don't actually think it will let you build them that close to each other, right? They have a range that they can only be built. No, it's shooting at stuff now. I don't know what it's shooting at. They're all shooting at something and just decided to come over here. The power rod tower must have stirred up something. So that's what that's the direction I typically go, is I build things in layers, right? I build my sentinel towers, then I back them up with some artillery, some like level 1 artillery, just so I can get out there while I'm still researching, and then I'll do acid spitters or plasma or something, some sort of other tower. All the while I'm also doing these towers. I'm doing simple repair towers because these will repair your walls. Now for walls, I typically only do standard walls, right? Some people do a whole, like, let's see here, let's put up a level 2 because they're the easiest ones to look at. A lot of people, some people do, you know, they do a wall and they'll do 2 or 3 layers. That's what I typically do, and put a door in there. Some people like to do the jagged tooth maneuver, where they'll do this. If you have that kind of time, it's a viable solution, because you know, the combat for the bad guys in here, for the normal life around you, is they will attack the thing closest, and then that's going to be a wall, right? So they're going to start, instead of hitting this wall down here, the primary wall, they're going to start on these end targets and work their way in. This also funnels them in to these channels, so you can put a gun right here and it shoots right down the line. Some people will, I have seen on the campaign, not something you typically see in a normal run, is they will build pockets. Right, so they have it like this and they build pockets, and then they will put various guns in the pockets. So while they're getting rid of these here, while they're working these guns are shooting at them, but the guns themselves are still protected. Now that works, and I've done it in the campaign when I had lots of time. Survival is not typically something I do because, you know, resources are limited and your build time is limited, because you're trying to get things going. But I have seen people do this in survival because they're like magical at doing these things and thinking these things out. The only issue with putting your towers in here or putting your guns in here like this is you have to think about what, you know, what can hit it, right? Since it's out here in the thing, it can be hit by the bad guys that do artillery, right? It can be hit by Baxmoffs. It can be hit by Nurgloks, you know, snails, that sort of thing. They can hit it because it's right out there. You know, if you build up a couple of layers of wall, they still can be hit, but if they get destroyed, you still have that wall there. Whereas in this case, you know, they may be hitting this and damaging all the stuff around it. because they're firing off artillery as well. So that also leads you to, should you space out your guns, put a
Uranium storage is
square
full.
between
Build
each
more
every
storage
all your
facilities.
guns. I mean, you're not going to hurt anything in that respect to give them a little space. Just it helps minimize any explosive damage or splash damage they may be taking. I like this jagged tooth wall. I don't like putting the guns in the wall, but I do like the jagged tooth setup. I just don't usually use it because I'm limited on resources and don't have time to build all of that. That intricate of a design. So you want to really survival level 1, 2 walls. You want to put in gauge your weak points. A lot of your guns cannot shoot over walls, right? So I have flame axes here because I was having a grand old time picking out weapons, right? So like these here cannot shoot over walls. Your axes and tridents and stuff can hit things through walls, but your normal guns cannot. So the solution for that is platforms. And I don't know why they have level 2. They're just tougher. So they have these platforms that you can build if you really wanted to. You go up on the platform and now your guns can shoot over walls, but it can't shoot over other guns. There's also something to be said for guns can't really some guns can't shoot through other guns, right? Like I think the sentry guns are prone to this. They cannot shoot through other sentry guns. Even though I've seen walls of stacked sentry guns firing, so I don't know if that is necessarily true anymore. It was that way initially, but I don't know if they're still doing that. Can we put anything on these? I do not think we can put a sentinel tower on it. Yeah, because it'll sell it and then build the sentinel tower. So you couldn't put down a gun, put a pedestal behind it, and put a gun on the pedestal. It'll just sell that. Alright, so let's see here. Is there anything else? Radar. Radar is always a good choice. You can do rocket towers, but I've never been a fan of the rocket towers because I think they're one of those guns that suffers from not being able to shoot through, and everything they do is line of sight. And their range is crap. For artillery, range is right next door. It's the same as a sentinel tower. There's also floating towers, but these are specialized towers that come from specific biomes. They're self-contained. They have decent range, but I've only used them once and then turned out I couldn't use them because I wasn't supplying them with something that they needed. Shield generators, no, you're never going to get to that point. Mine layer towers sound cool, but no, you're not getting anywhere with these things because they take forever to build up. And there's no adjustment because they just do normal mines. Right? Traps. I do see people that will do traps. If you have time for a mine layer can be interesting because it'll lay mines everywhere, even in your base. But I don't really know of anybody. I used them once when I did the campaign for Grins. I set up a remote base with them just to see what it would do. And it was quite interesting to see it. I don't think they're worth it. Traps, on the other hand, I like traps. You can space them out. There's lots of different traps depending on where you're at. Research is problematic for some of these. There's spike traps, acid traps, explosive traps, cryo, energy, and fire. spike trap is the one it gives you. The rest of it is researched. And I think you run into the research of it is just problematic because of where it's at. So here's your traps, right? Here's the fire trap. Building limit cap increase, so that lets you build more traps. Traps don't use AI cores, but there is a limit to them. And then there's more of a limit. So let's see, what else we got? No traps over here. No traps over here. So there should be more than one fire trap, but it doesn't look like that it will let you. It doesn't look like it doesn't give me the option for any other types of traps. So fire trap. I know there are other traps. It must be loots or drops or something.
Palladium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
You can also hit these eggs anytime you see them.
Uranium storage
They usually
is
have something in
full.
them.
Build more storage facilities.
Charged bomb. Never heard of that one. But that's my take on towers. You know, it's you got to remember, think layers, right? You have your wall, you have your close-up fire, you have your additional fire, your just-in-case fire, you have your repair towers, you have your artillery, right? And you can do these where it's like a good example of this would be you do a couple of sentinel towers, you do a sentinel tower, and then you space it out and you have a sentinel tower. And somehow I managed to click 2 of them. And so then you have, you know, between them, you have your other stuff. You have like a plasma tower.
Titanium storage
Because they're not terrible
more storage facilities.
for that. And then you can have maybe a railgun or a laser tower in there to mix it up. Then you're going to do your, you know, you're going to back up a little bit and you're going to do your artillery, a couple artillery towers, and then you're going to do your ECM. And then hopefully that will take care of everything that comes at you. You know, and then you can just, you know, you can keep stacking on those things. What is this thing that's out here flashing? Oh, it's a... Here comes the ACM tower, or the power rod.
Cobalt
See, the
storage
power
is
rod
full.
hits,
Build more
nothing there for
storage
it to go.
facilities.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage
That's
facilities.
the dilemma with those power rods in the HCM, is it's just wasting the bullets and the energy doing it. So I mean, those are my recommendations, you know, and that's what I would do. I don't know what a loot container respawn is, but those are my recommendations. You know, leave your thoughts below, add your comments if you would like. I would love to hear them, and we can argue about it later. Because I know I am not like an expert by any means. I'm barely even a novice at this game, I think. But that's my take on these. Done. Let's see here. Well, what are these guns that it's given me? Let's see. What was that gun? Charged bomb. Okay. Got a bunch of towers set up over here. Ah. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. That is a definite. I'm gonna walk up, sneak up on you. Oh my goodness. That is a crazy thing. That is hilarious. Charged bomb. Not something I would ever use. Wasp launchers I've used. Don't like them. I think they're okay, but I also think that I think they're useful. Their damage is not that great for what you're getting out of it. At least that's how I felt about it. See, let's try this swarm launcher or swarm missiles. Just like a gun, it's just like shooting a gun. I'm unimpressed. Bouncing blades I've done. No thank you. Burst rifle, no. Where is that? Miniguns are so fun. Where is that repeater at?
Crafting completed. Palladium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Uranium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
So the charge up on that just gives you a burst shot. That's not helpful. I'm not impressed with that at all. So yeah, I'm not impressed with the repeater rifle. Charged bomb was interesting. Acid spewer, corrosive gun. What else was funny in here? It's the mortar, handheld mortar. Oh my god, handheld mortar was just like, why? It's what it was. It was like, why?
Crafting completed.
Let's see, high caliber rifle. This has piercing. Okay.
Titanium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Yeah, I mean that is exactly what you would expect out of that weapon right there. That was high caliber rifle. Heavy plasma. Laser fires a laser beam. Mortar does a whole arc thing. Nuclear missile, exactly how it sounds. So let's see, plasma gun does energy damage 45 to 65, 9 to 13 a second. Heavy plasma, 2.5 to 4 seconds, so it's like 350 to 612. Two and a half, 4. Nice, so it's basically this, but just bigger. Railguns, just like the towers, will shoot through multiple targets, right? So the extreme railgun has a crazy pierce damage.
Crafting completed.
Range 33 will pierce 100 targets. I mean, it's insane, right? Let's see. Rocket launcher, exactly what you would expect. Root guns. Root guns are interesting because it shoots under walls and will shoot under things. So that's a good thing. Shard gun shoots out these little bitty bits of shards, basically like glass. The name of the weapon is exactly what it does. Shotgun, same thing, does exactly what you would think. Wasp launcher. I mean, I'll go ahead and make one of. I think I actually have one of these, don't I? Oh no, I got rid of it. And we'll take a look at what it does here.
Crafting completed.
So let's do wasp launcher. There it is. So it does homing, hit point gain per hit. This one does a little bit of everything. Has no piercing. You could probably add it. All right, let's go. And it's an interesting twist, but I just don't see it as being a weapon of choice for me, right? I just don't see it. I mean, it does a little bit of this, does a little splash damage, little area damage, right? Splash damage, decent rate of fire, uses small caliber ammo, I believe. You know, costs 3 ammo per shot. I mean, if it's your thing, go for it, right? But for me, doesn't do it for me. If I was going to do something that was going to shoot multiple guns, multiple bullets, I would do a minigun. As soon as I find it here, there it is. Miniguns are obscene. Right, it does physical damage of 45, but it has 30 a second on this one. 1.5 projectiles per burst, uses small caliber ammo. Spread is 4 degrees. Ammo cost is 1.3 a shot, so it's cheaper to shoot than the wasp gun. But it doesn't do any splash damage. But at this rate, at this level, of course, you could add a mod to it and get whatever you wanted out of it.
Ironium storage is full.
But the other thing is that it does not pierce targets, right?
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
No homing. You could put homing on it.
Carbonium storage is.
Let me see here. I bet you we could. Let's see. Cryo, target piercing, homing projectiles. Yes. And then we'll do like, you could do reduce ammo cost, so it costs even less. So now we're down to 0.55 a shot. Let's see, what did we put on here? We put on foaming. You could do splash damage. Let's see. Let's splash damage radius. There's no splash damage on this. Let's do it anyway. And then we'll do, you know, a lot of people like to do, you know, one of the favorites is hit point gain. Right? So you're shooting, gaining hit points, and you'll watch the bullets track.
Build more
This is what I used in the late game. See the bullets tracking? It's hilarious. You gotta be smart about your ammo usage here, because this thing will chew through your ammo like you never had any. Alright, is there any more guns I wanted to play with here? Swords, like swords. I like these flame blades because they shoot out a flame wave, right? And they do a little bit of fire damage, right? So here we are with, let's go look at them on the mech. Right, so fire damage 270, does a little splash damage, rate of fire is 9, critical chance is 5%. Right, does all fire damage. Even at the standard level. So we create a basic flame blade. Same, but it's only doing 90, still has splash damage, does have critical, has a little bit of chance, doesn't have any chance for any of this other stuff, but and it's worth it. A lot of people like laser swords because they do energy damage, right?
Crafting completed.
And they have, yeah, it's all energy damage. A little bit more than the flame blade, but the flame blade does base damage or splash damage. Your pickaxe, people like to go for the pickaxe. I have never seen anybody use power fist for anything. Spear, it gives you the spear. I usually lose this spear as quickly as I can because I'd much rather have a trident or a sword of some sort. Even just a basic sword I will take over a spear. Trident's usually my go-to weapon, just because it hits in a cone, right? So it goes out, you'll see it and it hits, right? So let's do one. So you see it does 3 like a trident, and it hits all that stuff between those two, which is typically my choice of weapon, because it's doing damage in a line. And it does, you know, it's piercing and doing all that fun stuff, right? I don't know why it's changing weapons on me. It felt differently about me using that, apparently. But anyway. Let's see where we at here. Anything else we want to look at here? Let's see. You know, this seems to be missing quite a few things because there's none of the the not power jumps, the other stuff. There's other things in here usually. Let's see, mech combat stuff like, oh my god, not dodge roll, dash. But it's going to tell me there's only one dash, right? But I know there's more dash than that. You can find them. There's other dashes. There's like cryo dash. You can do energy trails. That's why this list is not the most comprehensive one. Because yeah, you got an orbital laser and you got an antimatter ball. But you're missing the orbital bombardment, and some other stuff that's usually in there. But here's all our defensive gear. I personally, for defensive gear, do like maintenance gear, attack gear. If I'm struggling, I might do a defensive gear, but I usually do like attack gear, discovery tools, not discovery tools, attack gear, what is it? Gathering tools, attack gear, gathering tools. I don't know what magnetic pistons, what is that supposed to do for me? Just regen and movement, okay. Maintenance tools for my repair drone, and maintenance tools also give you reduced building time, reduced building cost. So I go for that, and then maybe offensive equipment, because offensive equipment gives you a little more movement speed, plus an attack drone. So you end up with a couple of attack drones. I don't normally do repair tools. There are some people that do repair tools. I just, not my thing, because I use other things. These give a little regen over time, but I like the maintenance tools myself. Because while that's doing hit points 10, 3, 1, you know, we're still getting a repair drone, but we're getting reduced building time and cost, which I'm more about. You can also do, let's see what is, there's all kinds of little guns and stuff you can do that are down here on this quick bar. And I usually do, people do little like sentry guns and stuff. They're just things to block bad guys. Now this one is a mortar sentry. Don't even know. Is it gonna shoot? You can also do flame wave.
Radiant storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Flame wave, just, it's exactly what the name implies.
Uranium storage
Shoots
is
out
full. Build more
a
storage
wave
facilities.
of flames. That is so silly. That's a flame wave. Sets everything on fire. Does a crap ton of damage. The other fun thing, when you see a whole bunch of stuff lined up and ready for the murdering, is tornadoes. Because a tornado just does damage. Does a whole lot of damage. Has a forever cooldown, 2 minutes. But it can make all the difference when you're fighting a big giant wave of baddies.
Titanium storage.
Alright, let's do this. Okay, so let's do 50 of those. Throw in a backsmoth. Let's do, I don't know what a boogeyman is. Let's do a couple of those. Crawl log, don't know, so we'll do 20 of them. Let's add another wave, so we'll do some of those. Let's see, some of those. We'll do a totally random elite. And then we'll do, let's see what else we want to do here. Let's do one of these.
Is full. Build more storage facilities.
So I got 2 waves coming in, one from up top, one from down below. Oh, here they come.
Base is under attack. Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Tower destroyed. There is a breach in our walls. An energy connector has been destroyed.
Wow. They came charging on in there, huh? That was interesting. That was interesting. They came right on in like they owned the place. What did they build out here? Galling laser tower. Let's do some more. Let's see, let's throw a couple of those. No cancer roth. Let's do 30 of them, 10 of them. Two of those, and we'll add another wave. Let's do a couple of Kermans, a couple of those, 50 of those. Let's do those. Yeah, they're all coming in from this side, huh? Oops.
Base is under attack.
Oh, here they all come. those are the underground guys. That's who this is. Like, who are those characters?
Build more storage facilities.
That's the guys, the
Uranium storage is full.
underground
Build more
guys,
storage facilities.
the diggers. Funny. All right, let's see. What else can we throw at us here? No, I'm just going to pick a different place this time. Let's do a couple of those. 10 of those. 2 of those. 3 of those. We'll go over here and we'll do 60 of them. Throw in a backsmoth for painful measure. 30 of them. Bradron. 20 of them. You notice I skipped right over that cancer off. Let's do 1 of them. Let's do 10 of those. Lesgian Ultra. Let's do 1 of those. And Nellerion. Alright. Confirm. Oh, they're all coming from it this way.
Base is under attack.
Oh, we're hitting all of it.
The tower has been destroyed.
Wow.
Storage is full. Build more storage facilities. One of our walls is being destroyed. Tower destroyed.
Is under attack.
It's stuck. I can't get up there now.
A building is being destroyed.
Wow. Oh, and it got me. That's crazy. Look at them all.
Uranium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Base is under attack.
Look at all that mess. Oh my goodness. And it's ringing tunes that there's nothing you can pick up. That's hilarious. What is out here? Is there still one thing out here shooting at something? Where? That was funny. Does he go away? Yeah, look at all that. Like a sea of gems. That's hilarious. Oh, hi, Amelia. What are you doing, doggy? Don't claw at me. Alright, I think that is enough for that tonight. I think we've done enough. I think we recorded enough here. I don't know what happened to my... Apparently I dropped them at some point. Gotta love that. That is ridiculous. Let's see what's in here. I still can't believe this. This is just like the craziest looking thing here. We'll save that for the screenshot. That was funny though. There's so much stuff. It's just like so ridiculous. So many big things. And they just mowed it all down. That's all that level 1 and 2 stuff. But I do believe we're gonna call it there. Yeah, that message from Kix. I'm a passionate gamer who loves this game. I'd love to team up for some matches. This is not a game that does matches. So apparently you don't know anything about the game that you say that you know something about. Because it doesn't do matches. So it seems like a problem for you. I'm not going to hook up with you on Discord. But anyway, I think it is time to call it an evening. That was quite interesting, and most of that stuff is finally fading away. Yeah, all these guns, and they still walked over all of it. That was hilarious. And a random vine wall out here. But thanks so much for watching. Remember, you can catch us here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on both Twitch, YouTube, and on kick.com. Come on by, say hi, give us a like, give us a subscribe, do all of those things, follow, do all of those things. It really helps us out. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.